Hey everyone, I wanted to do a walkthrough of some new breeding group improvement features we just released to the FarmKeep iOS app on build 1.6.0. So first we're going to talk about off-farm animals. So if you have an animal that you want to keep a record of, but it may not actually live on your farm, then there's a way to do that now. And this can be for animals that you may be using either as stud service, or maybe it's a donor for artificial insemination in your breeding program, or for, whatever reason, maybe you're tracking the pedigree of one of your animals. You can now create a profile of this off-farm animal. And if you go down here on its profile, there's a toggle now where you can toggle it on. And you can always learn more about what an off-farm animal here with the more info icon. So once you've turned that on, you can come back out to your animal list and you'll see there's a tag here for off-farm. And if you don't want to see that, you can just turn this on or off in your filter. And now it will be hidden. But you can still see it when you're looking for this animal when you're doing a breeding group, as an example. So now I'm going to set up a breeding group just to show you some of the new features we've implemented. So I'm going to go here into breeding, and I'm going to create a new breeding group. And we're going to be breeding cattle today. So we'll select cattle, and the breed is optional. That's for your record keeping. And you can name this group whatever you want. I'm going to name it Fall 2024. And then you can select the sires or dams, and your off-farm donor can be here. So you can either create a breeding group one at a time for each individual female cattle or cow that you are trying to breed, or you can add all of them if you want to track them all together. And by default, the timeline, we have a automatic gestation calculator in here for you. And by default, the day will be set to today. For the purposes of this demo, I'm going to set this to a previous day. So the gestation is about 283 days. I want to show you what the record breeding results will look like. So I'm just going to set it for a previous year. And then we'll do natural selection breeding method. Okay, and I'm going to hit done and save that. So usually you won't see this record birth results or birthday is here tag right away. But for the purposes of this demo, we have it here now. So when it's time to record your birth results, you'll get a little notification now in the navigation that'll tell you there's a breeding group ready, and you can go into the breeding group. And here is where it gets interesting. Depending on your record keeping, we recommend recording results for each individual cow. However, if you're being a bit loosey-goosey, you can record results for all of the cows. So if you go to record result, we'll actually let you know, hey, you've got multiple dams in this breeding group. Would you like to split the dams into new groups? And you can either do that or continue without splitting. So I'm going to go ahead and split the dams. And now you'll see each of the dam you added, they now have their own individual breeding groups. And you can go in and record birth results for each of them. So let's say this dam, we had a live birth assisted. And you can have your birthday here, which you can change to whichever date you want. And you can say how many offspring were born. Or if you have a stillborn, you can also, mark that. And when it's done, it will show you the done screen here. And you can actually now add a calf to continue record keeping for this dam and sire. So if I add a calf here, now of course I don't already have that calf, so I can actually create a new animal from the screen. So we'll just call this baby. And then we're going to go and hit done. And we've selected baby here. And now what you'll find is if you go into your baby profile and go to the pedigree, we have automatically added the dam and sire that were in that birth record into the pedigree. And you'll see the actual birth record here for which breeding group it was born in. And if in the future you decide to breed this baby, its own breeding history will appear here. And if you go to the pedigree chart, you'll be able to see its parents as well. So that is an exciting new feature we've introduced to make mammal breeding groups a little bit easier for when it comes to recording results. And you can fill in all the information you want for your baby cow, whether that's, sex or birthday or weight and area, etc. Thank you so much for checking out FarmKeep, and we hope this continues to make your farming experience really easy and fantastic.